This conversation starts calm and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
Carmel, hello.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. What do you got for me?
I'm calling from England, so
Of
excuse my
course you are.
um. So I think I know what my problem is. Two things, but I wanted to get your advice because maybe that's not what it is.
Okay.
Um, like the first thing when men approach me and they see me, they usually think I'm a lot younger than my age, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, presume I have a completely different life. So then when I tell them, sometimes it's quite of a shock. And I think the other side, um, a lot of the guys, I think because of that as well, that tend to approach me are much younger than me. And I don't,
Okay.
they will say date someone that's older than you. So I always say no, but then that's who approaches me. So,
What's the question?
um, like from, like when you speak to other women, you might say, okay, maybe it's your attitude or maybe it's other things. Do you kind of think that's what it is? Or do you think there's other things that I might need to work on?
Um, I'm still not understanding the question I'm trying to help you with. And you
Okay,
lady,
so for example, um, I have two children.
that's your
So,
problem right there.
you know,
I
check
don't
out
know. I
logic.
don't know. We didn't even go past that, but go ahead. I knew there was
So
something. I knew there was
people,
something.
so then people, I don't know, when they see me, I don't know, they just presume that I can't have children or I wouldn't have children. So, but there's nothing I could really do about that. Um,
No. How old are your
I was
children?
married
How
for
old are your
10,
children?
they're 8 and 12.
Where's their father?
We were married for 12 years and we got
Did you have
divorced
the
2 years
did,
ago.
did you have the children in the context of marriage?
Yeah, I had my children after I got married, a year
Okay, so
after.
you're a single mother. All right.
Yeah,
So, how old are you?
I'm 33.
8 and 12. And you guys got divorced for what reason?
Um, I don't really want to say because I think it would be a bit disrespectful to him, but there were issues that we couldn't really work out.
Okay. Well, and you've been divorced for how long?
But last year, August.
Oh, Jesus. So you're fresh. You're just out of it about a
Mm,
year.
yeah.
All right. And what do you? Well, here's the thing about dating a divorcee with children. You know, is the father still alive?
Pardon?
Is the father still alive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So most people don't want to deal with women with children, um, because if you guys had a problematic marriage, that means you'd have a problematic child's father to deal with. Um, I'm just being very real, especially a man who has options. I've been a stepfather and I've dated a woman with kids. It's a horrible deal. I would never do it again.
Aw.
Well, I'm sorry, but your children are number one.
Yeah.
Right. So if I said, "Hey, let's go to LA this week," you'd have to tell me what?
I'll say, yeah, they're going. Well, I'll say your
Right.
country's on quarantine, but then if I could,
What? You say
I'll
what?
say your country's on quarantine, but if I could go out, it's possible to get sitters, but I don't know. People would say, don't waste the pretty, don't wait until you're older. So I'm 33 now, so
But
I
it's
don't
not
want to
wait.
wait, but
It's
then,
not wasting its whole. See, that's bullshit. It's not wasting the pretty. I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna hurt. And to somebody that says I'm not knowledgeable about tech, I'm telling you, you don't make $300,000 a year in tech. So check your ego, dude. It's not an average income for somebody in tech. Some of you tech weirdos get your little panties in a bunch. All right, don't waste the pretty, ma'am. You've been married and you have children, right?
yeah.
All right. Due respect, ma'am. You already won. It didn't work, but it's not a waste. What you're trying to do is your marriage didn't work for whatever reasons, and you would like to continue on, but you can't. You have a broken marriage and children. You're not the woman you were before you got married. Two people have come out of you. And you got a third, and you got an ex out there floating around who doesn't sound like a healthy person. Why would a man who has options want to deal with that when he can get a woman like you were years ago? What would you pick? Would you pick you, your kids, and your situation, or would you pick a woman that was like you before you got married and kids? What would you pick? What would you tell
Yeah,
your
well,
son to pick? What would you tell your
the
son to pick?
latter. Yeah,
Huh?
the latter.
Exactly. So this is why I'm not a big fan of, even if it, it's going to be difficult dating, and dating can happen, but marriage, not a likely possibility.
Yeah,
Not
because I don't
likely.
really have a problem getting dates, but like I
Of
say, the
course, of
guys
course, you not have a
are.
problem getting dates because you're a single mother. You accept you. Hey, she's having sex. She has kids.
I know that I
Hey,
don't.
you don't,
I don't usually tell people I have children, to be honest, until I get to know them, because it's not really their
but
business.
you're not having sex.
No, I haven't had sex for 3 years, and that was with my husband when we were married.
Okay, so how long would I have to wait to have sex with you if I dated you?
I haven't thought that far.
Well,
I
that's the
haven't. There's
problem.
not like I've put
But see, I need you to
because I
listen.
haven't dated since
Listen,
I was.
listen. That's a problem, though. If I asked you out, see, that's off. I asked you out on a date, and you're like, "Well, I don't know how long." Yeah, shit. I want to know. I'm being for real. I want to know how long I would have to. Dating equals sex in a man's mind. Okay, so you're saying I haven't thought that far, which is basically doesn't really sound like, ma'am, you really cut out for dating right now. You really don't, and I'm really just trying to be as honest as I can. Sex is going to come up. And if you come and
Well, it has.
if you tell a man like myself, hey, Karma Warzone, hey, let's go out. Okay, let's go out. And I take you out. That means I want to have sex with you. And I'm not expecting a divorcee with 2 kids to be sitting around playing games. And it sounds like a game.
Well, it sounds like a game because I can't give a specific date of
It sounds
when.
like a game because you haven't had sex in 3 years and you'd have
Yeah,
no
because I'm
idea
not
how to even
gonna.
have.
I've been dating, but I'm not gonna just sleep with someone if I've gone on 2
Well,
dates with. So I don't prolong
exactly.
it if I
See,
don't give
that's the
it
thing. I
time.
ask you how long. See, now you're getting specific because you're triggered. But I asked you to begin with, and you act like you didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
I don't have a specific time that I could say, but
Exactly.
it wouldn't be
It,
like within a month or
stay
nothing
on the
like that. It
bench.
wouldn't be like.
Stay on the bench.
Mm.
Ain't nobody playing fucking games with you, ma'am. Stay on the bench. I'm being real honest because see, when I first asked you the question, it was like, I don't know, sir. I have not dated in 3 years, and da 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 da. But now that you're triggered, it's well, I'm not going to do it after 2 dates. Well, then how many dates would it take, ma'am? That's what this is. That's what modern dating is.
Okay.
And if you're not ready for that, stay on the bench.
Mm. Okay. Thank you for your advice.
Yeah, I told you. I mean, I don't see you ladies out there think it's a goddamn game. See, this is what happens when you get these. This is what happens when a woman is a mother. I don't know. Well, you think I'm going to wait for you to figure out the combination lock to your vagina that ain't been used to 36 plus months? That 2 people then came out of, and this broke dude that couldn't, this busted dude that couldn't keep his wife. You think I'm going to sit around and wait for that? You think I'm going to sit around and don't waste the pretty? You're cute. Average at best. And you women walk around acting like you have leverage and things that ain't going on. That's why I check a lot of you single mothers to bring you back down to reality. No, you're used goods. Like I said, whoa, you are 2 children and relationship deep. You were over there, and I'm sorry that your marriage didn't work. I really am, but that ain't our responsibility out here. You best figure out what it is you plan on doing, what you want out of things, because men are not playing fucking games with you. You're a grown goddamn woman. You're not a little girl. You're somebody's mother. grow the French toast up and step into this dating game like it's blood sport, because it French toast is.
Tonight we're dealing with a 33-year-old, recently divorced, 2 children aged 8 and 12, trying to navigate dating again while still carrying the weight of a very recent breakup, about a year out of marriage. No weight was mentioned in this conversation, so this one isn't about physical size or appearance. It's really about perception, timing, and dating readiness. At the start, she presents what she thinks is an advantage. She looks younger than her age and still gets approached, especially by younger men, so in her mind, she's still very active in the dating market. But Kevin immediately shifts the frame, because attention and attraction are not the same as long-term eligibility in the dating market she actually wants. And the biggest factor here isn't how she looks, it's her situation. 2 children, ages 8 and 12, a recent divorce, and only about a year removed from a long-term marriage. From Kevin's perspective, that changes the equation for men who have options and are looking for long-term commitment. Then we get into expectations around intimacy and dating pace. She's cautious, which makes sense, but Kevin points out something important. If you don't define your pace clearly, modern dating can quickly become misaligned expectations on both sides. One person is dating casually, the other is thinking long-term. But commitment is influenced by structure, stability, and alignment. And when those don't match, dating becomes confusing on both sides. The takeaway here is simple. You can still be attractive, still get attention, still date, but your situation determines the type of outcomes you're likely to get, especially in long-term relationships.